Miss Laney is Zany. Chapter 6, How to Get $1 Million. After lunch, we went outside for recess. Me and the guys went to the playground where the monkey bars used to be. Andrea, Emily, and some of their girly friends came out there too. Everybody was complaining about what was happening to our school. Stop whining, I told them. All we need to do is get $1 million. How are you going to get $1 million, Arlo? Asked Andrea. Are you going to rob a bank? Of course not, I said. I'll just go to the bank and get money from the cash machine. That's what my mom does. Andrea rolled her eyes. You have to put money into the bank if you want to take it out, dumbhead, Andrea said. You're the dumbhead, I told her. What's the point of putting money in the bank if you're just going to take it back out? Let's see how much money we have right now, Michael suggested. We emptied our pockets. I had a nickel and 3 pennies. Ryan had a quarter. We all put the coins in a pile and Andrea counted it. It comes to $1.04, she said, and a lifesaver. That's not even close to $1 million, said Neil. Sure it is, I told him. If we did that 1 million more times, we'd have $1 million. That is ridiculous, Arlo, Andrea said. So is your face, I told her. We could bake cookies, Emily suggested. If we sold 1 million cookies for $1 each, we'd make $1 million. You're not going to sell 1 million cookies, said Ryan. What if we sold just one really big cookie and charged $1 million for it? I suggested. Maybe we could borrow $1 million from our parents, asked Michael. We would have to pay it back, Andrew said, so we would still have to get $1 million. I know, I said, snapping my fingers. We could clean couches. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy, but it made perfect sense. My mom is always picking loose change out of the back of our couch. She calls it her secret couch money. We could go around town asking people if we could clean their couches and keep all the secret couch money. I don't think so, dude, Michael said. We could sell my little brother, suggested Neil the nude kid. That's against the law, said Andrea. It is not, I said. It is too. We went back and forth like that for a while. Suddenly, Mr. Tony came over. He is a big guy with a mustache who runs the after-school program. Hi, Mr. Tony, we all said. What are you doing here? Asked Michael. School doesn't let out till 3 o'clock. Because of budget cuts, he said, they told me I have to be on duty for recess. We all giggled because Mr. Tony said on duty, which sounds exactly the same as on duty. The weird thing is it's okay to say duty, but you're not supposed to say duty. Nobody knows why. So anytime anybody says duty, you have to giggle. Because it sounds like duty. That's the first rule of being a kid. Mr. Tony asked us what we were talking about, and we told him some of our ideas to get $1 million. He gathered us around him like we were having a football huddle. I have a better idea, Mr. Tony whispered. Here's the plan. We tell the government we have 1,000 kids at our school. Yeah, that's it. And we tell them our school is 10 stories high. And we tell them our school's the biggest school in the whole country. Why would that get us $1 million? Asked Andrea. Simple, Mr. Tony said. If the government thinks our school is the biggest in the country, they'll think it's too big to fall apart. They'll have to bail us out. We all looked at Mr. Tony. How can they bail us out? I asked. We're not on boats. Why is everybody always talking about boats? If you ask me, Mr. Tony is full of baloney.